You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Hello, everyone. I am Pie Patch, and welcome back to Slay the Princess. I think this is going to be my last episode in this playthrough. Maybe even of this game? Question mark? Well, we can chat about that at the end, but at the very least, this is my last time traveling down this path in the woods to this cabin and to see the princess. And we've got some pretty rough ones in this run through, so I'd like to try and get a nice one. I think I want us to go in without the knife. I want to just be friendly and just chat with the princess and just set her free. I know that's not what we're supposed to do, but in the end, I think this game is about just a relationship between two people, and I want to focus on that one for this episode. So let's go for it.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
We'll see. The end of the world? What are you talking about? Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up?
While I appreciate the mental exercise, we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock.
Yeah, this is the last one.
Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up.
Sure.
And before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation.
Oh?
Causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there is no changing that.
I feel like the context in which that happens, though, is important, but sure.
It's no use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and it's about to ruin everything.
Fair enough.
Unless, of course, you do your job and slay her.
Am I being paid? That's the real question here. Let's just go.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin.
All right.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The blade is your implement.
Nah, no blade this time.
The door to the basement creaks open. Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life. Don't let it fool you.
Hey, I'm here to save you.
How many times do I have to tell you how dangerous letting her out of here would be before it finally sinks in?
Wait, really? You're here to rescue me? I was starting to think I'd be stuck down here forever.
Oh.
Come downstairs. I want to see the face of my rescuer.
I just want to be her friend, you know? Maybe she just actually needs some love.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
Because so many times, she's just, like, when she is angry and destructive, it's described her as being lonely and having, like, friendship, like, shown to her and then taken away. I think she just needs someone supportive by her side. And I want to be that.
She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone? I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. I can't believe you're here. I've been waiting for something like this to happen forever. I hope you brought something to deal with these chains.
I didn't.
Don't do it. If she gets out of those chains, we're all one step closer to the end.
I'll see what I can do.
You're only making this more difficult.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake. No, you're doing the right thing.
Thank you, Hero. I think Hero's my favorite character. Just every time he speaks, I'm like, yeah, that's my friend right there.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just...
I'm gonna check upstairs. I know what happens trying to do this, but I've always kind of gone into this with the idea of deceiving her later, and I just want to see what happens if I just fully commit to helping her. I'm gonna check upstairs. Maybe the key's still lying around here, somewhere up there. If it's not, maybe I can at least find something to break you free.
Okay. I'll be here. Good luck.
Thank you.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place. Is someone else here?
Yeah, we know this doesn't work.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to.
Yeah, but then she would have been upset.
Easier for whom?
Yeah, exactly.
Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
Look at the mess you're in. I don't blame the
I heard
narrator.
the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely hesitates before
Yeah,
raising her arm
look-
to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf.
I'm friends with a wolf, it's fine.
As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now. Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
Oh yes, I know we've only got the options to save her. Cool. That's what I would have done anyway.
Fine. Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place. You cut into her flesh.
Yep.
The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm. Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit. She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal.
Yeah, she's strong and very, very powerful. We've learnt this.
No, she didn't.
That's okay. I'm not scared of that anymore.
She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground. How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Let's.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape into the world.
Come on, buddy. Believe in love.
As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
What are you doing?
No, I refuse. Oh, and I can't click any of them anyway.
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart. But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect. Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
I'm trying to get her out of here alive. No, resist.
The blade. Move the blade.
No.
As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
Kill me if you have to.
We both know this isn't you.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you doing?
Letting her.
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
It's okay, it's what you need to do.
She plunges it into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony. But you aren't dead yet.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake.
Absolutely.
For her sake? Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone.
Everyone was already doomed.
Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again, and you feel every inch of burning pain that slices its way into your body.
I'm sorry.
Well, it's what had to happen.
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she? Apparently not, though it doesn't matter how sloppy her knife work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
I'm so sorry.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks.
I forgive you.
It can't just end like this,
Not quite.
right? Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over. Everything goes dark. And you die.
And then you wake up.
You're on a path in the woods. And at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Yeah, and I think this is the very, very first path that I ever took as well, which is is fun and circular, isn't it?
You're here to slay her. It hasn't.
I just want to. I'm pretty sure we're getting the
We've just met for the first time.
what's his name? The smitten with this one. I just want to hear some of his lines.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
Yes, he didn't approve of us last time, did he? If we're going to save our beloved, we'll have to be sneaky about it.
I'd like to think of it more as platonic, but okay.
Our beloved?
Yes, you'll have to be very sneaky about your intentions if you're going to try and save the princess. So all of the cards are on the table. Then you should know that we and the princess are in love, and the four of us will be foiling any and all assassination attempts you've got in the works.
We'll see about that. Whatever you do, just be sure to ignore him specifically. Sounds like he's the sort who'd sacrifice the whole world for a peck on the cheek.
True. I like this game as an exploration of relationships kind of beyond labels, of love being like their relationship is so unique that there is no quite word to describe it. I think that's beautiful. Not having to fit how you feel about someone into a specific box.
What can I say? A world without love is a world that isn't worth saving.
Let's just go.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying
Well,
her.
I'm glad that we're not planning to do that.
We're not playing along with your little game. It's your lies that can't be trusted. Her beauty is the only thing in the world we can believe in.
She's more than just beautiful, but okay.
I think we've already been over this. I'm pretty sure he just likes the sound of his own voice.
I agree.
I do, but I also speak from the heart. My passions are too great to be stifled. They must be expressed.
Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them.
I can
Some things
agree.
are better kept quiet. Don't pay their bickering any mind. Focus on the task ahead.
Yes, freeing her.
The interior of the cabin is clean and elegant, its stone walls draped in fine threaded tapestries, a prison befitting a royal prisoner. The only furniture of note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
In my first playthrough, did I bring the knife with me the second time? I can't remember. Let's go. Oh, there goes the mirror.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an intricate stairwell. Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls. The basement almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight. But it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here,
slaying her is probably doing her a favour.
A soft voice carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Is her voice higher?
Her voice.
Okay.
It's somehow even more beautiful than last time. I can hear wedding bells already.
I think that's just an echo from how empty your brain is.
I've held my tongue till now, but you're taking this a little too far. We barely even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this over-the-top fawning.
I absolutely agree.
Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation.
I don't know.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall. My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment.
I'm glad she can't hear him.
You know she can't hear you, right?
She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit.
Oh, I'm sure she can.
Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
Did you hear that? She said we're dashing.
Dashing? Well.
And she called us a hero.
Well, that is your name.
Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it? Waiting for you to come back. I didn't want to believe your ravings back in the woods, but this is next to incontrovertible evidence. You've been here before.
We sure have.
That's right, villain. And you killed us. Well, she killed us.
Yeah, it was her hands, I guess.
Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty.
Okay.
And you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion.
We don't know how it works.
I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. What matters is you have a chance to do it right this time. We damned a whole world, but everything reset. Nothing resets, you're just somewhere else. You can't keep hopping between worlds forever, especially not without leaving a trail of incomprehensible devastation behind you. This is horrible.
But as long as we're walking, we're going to leave a trail.
Horrible for you, maybe, but we've been given another opportunity to sweep her off her feet and treat her like the lady she is.
Oh, God.
Now, hold on. If she actually ended a world, are you sure we want to do this? Are you sure we want to rescue
I think
her?
she deserves it, at least this time.
We never saw a world end, and now I'm even more certain that we must chase our heroic and romantic destiny than I've ever been. I shan't let anyone convince us otherwise.
Are you listening to him? He's lost it. Don't let him distract you. Just do your job.
I don't really mean to side with him, but this is the run we're doing. You killed me last time and it hurt a lot. Why did you do that? No, I know. I didn't bring a knife. Do I have to cut you out again? Maybe? What happened after I died? I have to ask. Did you end the world? After you killed me back there, I'm sorry about what happened last time. The narrator who sent me here to kill you took over my body. It was extremely unfair. Yeah.
If another version of me was pushed to such drastic action, it was for good reason.
That's okay. You were just doing your best, and that's all that matters.
She took that in stride.
Yeah.
To a surprising extent. An almost unsettling extent, actually.
Yeah, I wonder if there is a run where you can just kind of talk to her, you know? Oh, I guess that's the point, that the version at the end is the real her.
That's because she's perfect. Do you think she has someone like him telling her what to do? She doesn't. There's no one else like me.
Oh, well, there have been lots of you, though.
I think he's right, because I like it better if she doesn't have some horrid little voice like him, always trying to drive her to violence.
I didn't bring a knife. Do I have to cut you out again?
I'm okay with whatever you come up with. You can cut my arm off again.
We won't be laying a finger on her perfect wrists, and indeed, we won't even have to. Do you see how dainty her hands are? We'll be able to slip her right out with no harm done. What? No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains. Why are you two arguing over the logistics of slipping her hand out of her shackles? She just said she'd be okay with any idea we came up with. Am I the only one here who thinks that's weird?
It is. It is.
She didn't care last time. Why should she care this time? That's our stoic, smiling angel. No, you're right. It's extremely bizarre behaviour and further evidence that she's a monster who's not to be trusted. So go
monster's
ahead
a bit
and slay
extreme.
her. No. I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, I would if you had a weapon.
Dang it. Sometimes they automatically go forward and sometimes they don't. So I didn't see what he said. You'll what? Take over our body and force us to kill her? Yep. I would if you had a weapon.
Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought.
Damn.
You wouldn't.
I would. I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings. And doesn't the world end if we don't stop her?
You approach the princess and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings. That shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned. We're doomed. I can't believe it. But I guess I have to.
I told you. There's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
This dress is beautiful. I'm sorry, I'm just admiring how they've drawn all the folds and ruffles. Gorgeous. So nice.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
The princess jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace. Ugh. If only you had a weapon, one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade would be buried in her back and everyone out there would be saved. Luckily for Mr. Romance, we don't have a weapon.
Mm-hmm.
Who needs a weapon when we have the power of love on our side?
Absolutely.
What do we do now?
We leave. And then we have our whole lives to figure out what we want to do next.
That sounds perfect.
The princess takes your hand, the last hopes of the entire world slipping through your fingers as they intertwine with hers.
We have each other. We don't need the world for our happy ending.
I like to think that you do, actually. Look, I have my doubts, but the choice has been made and this is happening. You don't have to mope about it. I will mope about it, because moping is the only recourse you love-blind fools have left me with. You and the princess walk up the stairs hand in hand. Ugh, look at the way she's smiling at you. She doesn't have to be so happy about this. And what happens after we walk up the stairs? Let's see. Oh, isn't that interesting? The door slams in your face and the lock clicks.
Bummer.
That's a familiar move. Did I do that last time? Then you should know that you won't be able to leave.
Oh no! Did someone lock us in here? That's not fair. We're supposed to leave now.
She's right. It isn't fair. But the unfairnesses of the world are no match for the strength of true love.
Enough with this true love nonsense. You just met her.
Yes, I agree.
Of course you wouldn't understand. Our passions run deeper than anything you have ever known.
Are you listening to this? You don't have to go along with the every whim of that delusional voice.
I'm just along for the ride at this point.
Yeah, same. Do you think you can open it?
Well, I don't know. Do you think I can?
Oh,
Of course she can. You believe in her, right?
I do.
Nobody is leaving this basement.
Yeah, I think you've got this.
Okay, let me try.
The princess tries the handle, and the lock clicks, and the door creaks open. Are you kidding me?
I told you she could do it.
You and the princess make your way upstairs, and
Oh, the blade, sorry, I clicked too soon. The blade, that's right, there's still a chance for you to do the right thing. Take the blade from the table and slay her before it's too late. Oh my god, what if we killed her right now? I'm not doing that.
You're enjoying this, aren't you?
Yeah.
You're taking every opportunity you can to draw out the end of the world and make me suffer. I hate you.
Sorry, dude.
That's the way out. We're going to leave together, just like you wanted.
Oh. Yeah.
Yes, I suppose you are going to do that, aren't you? You cross the room, opening the door to the cabin, and then you step outside. A happy ending at last.
Yeah.
We did it. What should we do now?
Where did everything go?
Yeah.
Where did he go?
Oh, is he gone? I hadn't noticed. I was too busy staring deep into our beloved's eyes.
I'm cold. Is being happy supposed to be so cold?
I'll see you soon.
She's cold. Quick, our feathers. Pluck them all and weave her a coat worthy of a princess.
Goodbye. Oh. But you don't get the chance to make that jacket, nor will you ever. It's time for you to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her?
We're not going to see Hero again, are we? Oh.
And is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
I don't know. Of course you're scared. This is the end for you. But it's not the end for me. It's going to be okay, just trust me. We've been here before, and you always get scared.
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything.
Yes, I fear that we won't like what we'll see. What if we just sit here and preen for a while? That can't hurt, right?
It's not the end. Whatever's going on the other side is going to be nice. It's the end for you, but not for me. I'll see you on the other side. It's going to be okay. I don't think we are going to see him on the other side. Oh, I'm actually genuinely sad about that. Oh. I think it will be nice. And they are a part of me. It's not the end. Whatever's on the other side is going to be nice.
Okay. If you say so, we'll trust you.
Goodbye, Hero.
She'll be there waiting for us. I just know it.
She will. Goodbye. You approach the mirror. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave. But you need to see what's in it. You're nothing at all. Wow. But that isn't right. I forgot about this. Oh, I forgot about this. But that isn't right. You can't be nothing. You refocus your gaze and then you see it, a figure faint and veiled in shadow just beyond the reflection. Are you me?
I think you know what I am.
Oh. This was really impactful the first time through, but I'm feeling it a lot more this time. A crack slides down the center of the mirror, splitting the image in the glass in two. And then another crack forms, and another, turning the mirror into jagged shards of broken glass. Oh, so you're the narrator. I was wondering if I'd ever get to see you.
The narrator, yes. I suppose that's my job, isn't it? You needed help, after all, an objective voice to guide your blade. But you were never supposed to see me. I wonder how many worlds you've damned to extinction to fall this far.
Well, I've asked some of these before, and I know I have a limited amount, so we'll just ask the ones that I need to. And I know I've heard some of these before, but I think I need to hear them again, having played through it all properly. I've met you many times. Have you been the same you all along?
I haven't, and that's by both necessity and design. This construct you're in exists in many places at once. Any time you failed, any time you thought yourself dead, it would restart and shunt both your consciousness and hers into another world.
So were there even people in those constructs that were dying?
But you'll be awake soon, and then it won't be able to work like that anymore.
So was this a simulation of how the two of us interact, so we could come to a conclusion before we would do it for real and actually have the chance to hurt people? He was trying to get us ready to kill her? I wasn't supposed to see all this, was I?
You were either going to have seen all this, or you weren't going to have seen all this. This is worse, but you still have an opportunity to save the world. You can still slay her.
I don't think that's the only way. I have to believe that's not the only way. If you want me to slay her, I need to know what she actually is.
She is the shifting mound, the ebb and flow, the capacity to change. She is transformation, or most of it. Her nature is why I had to die, for she becomes that which others perceive her to be. But an echo can't perceive things, not in the way that people can. So I tucked a part of myself into the folds of this construct to guide you. Like I said, this isn't the end just yet. You can still destroy her and save everyone. You were made to do this single task, and you will still have a chance to fulfill your purpose once I'm gone.
So she is change, and I am... Stagnation isn't the right word, but I think that's accurate. And the narrator was like the creator of this world, and I was created to stop change. Why would you want me to destroy the concept of transformation?
Because among other things, she is death itself. To rid the world of suffering, to save untold trillions from being lost forever to the cosmic wind, she must be destroyed.
But then what meaning is left? If I destroy her, how is that existence any better than death? Or even different from death at all? Honestly, it feels worse.
When I broke the cycle, I made sure that the tear was rough. You carry a part of what should be her, and she carries a part of what should be you. Things won't be as they are now, but they won't be nothing either. Besides, anything is better than oblivion. In the end, nobody wants to leave.
But oblivion is better than an empty something. I don't think he's delusional. I think he's trying to do what he thinks is right. What would it be like to live in a world without her?
Light, burdenless, an eternal pattern of forgetfulness leading into the joys of rediscovery. Everyone will be with the ones they love. No more fear, no more howling chaos. Just life, forever. There's a cruel irony to it all. The only way I could share my dream with the world was to never be able to see it for myself.
I'm pretty sure death is good, actually. Important, even.
If that's your belief, there's nothing I can say to move you. You haven't died. You cannot die. So you can't grasp the abject horror of dying.
Not within the context of the game, I guess. The people out there beyond the walls of the construct, do they know about this? Do they know what you want me to do to them?
Of course not. The only way this construct could function was if nobody knew what it was doing. But the bones of the universe are old. It's on the cusp of its dying breath, and the people out there are consumed with thoughts of oblivion. When the patterns are wiped from the sand, when the board is reset, who will remember them? All I've done is give them a chance to live outside of the shadow of the end.
And what is my true identity?
You're the long quiet, the god I made to rid the world of death.
I think you're out of time. I'm not going to slay her, and I want you to know that before you die for good. Rest easy, I'm going to destroy her. Rest easy, I'm going to destroy her. I haven't decided what I'm going to do yet. I still have to see what she thinks about all of this. I know it's nice to see we pick different choices, but I don't want to lie. And I think you're out of time.
So I am, and so it was always going to be. I'm just an echo, and every echo fades away. You know what you have to do.
Goodbye, narrator. I don't blame you. God, that's so sad. As the final fragment of glass shatters, you see yourself with newfound clarity. The narrator was right. You are the long quiet, a vast and nascent god. And it is finally time for you to wake up. All of this is you. Proceed to the cabin one last time. When you arrive at the heart of things, there is no final vessel for you to bear witness to. There is nothing for you to find.
I can finally see you, and you can finally see me.
Hi.
It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
I've missed you too. Yeah. She unfurls an endless cascade of smiles in response, and then patiently waits for you to continue. Do you know about the echo? Did you hear our conversation?
Every word you spoke found its way to me. I know him, and I know his construct. He was deluded by his fear of death. Pay him no mind.
I don't think he should be ignored, but... I'm the long quiet, but I don't really know what that means.
Names are their attempts to capture that which cannot be captured. They call me the shifting mound, a pale imitation of what I actually am.
What happens now?
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it? When the echo spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes. So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation?
So, this is what the simulation was preparing us for? We're in the cabin, them deciding whether or not to pick up the knife. There's so many stories we've left unfinished, can we really just leave?
Even as your eyes begin to open, you still hold on to the notions of is and is not, of beginning and end, pitch black islands in the blinding light of the infinite. There is nothing to resolve, nothing restraining us but us.
Don't you have a say in all this? Why is this all falling on me?
Of course I have a say in all of this. You and I share reflections of each other's burdens, just as you and I share reflections of each other's gifts. If we didn't, the winding paths that brought us here wouldn't have been full of strife and conflict.
True. There has to be another way. This can't just come down to me either destroying you or letting you out. I won't do it.
If you're saying that, it's because you don't yet understand. But we cannot use words alone to grasp at things that words cannot express. And you cannot rationalize with logic that which defies it. Violence and passion are dances that both of us know well. If this is what it takes to enlighten you, then so be it.
Whoa, what?
Your lover tried to stake into your body, and another, and another, and another. Do I miss your heart because I can't stand to see it go?
Oh.
But the stakes meant nothing to you. You had a desire, and you set that desire free. You lifting me and me lifting you. Forever and ever and ever. Consumed by true belief, there was nothing that could hold us back.
Whoa. I was blinded by emotion, we both know that. I want that feeling back. That feeling never left me. I won't engage with violence. God, I don't know if... How do I pick this answer? Guess I remain silent.
But you say nothing.
Oh.
You are weightless, suspended in the gravity of an idea that threatens to consume you. And you are alone. A tiny island caught between the death of the old world and the birth of the new. But alone is not helpless.
Whoa.
When you were confronted with my vessel's apotheosis, you chose against all odds to defy me. To hold on to your inner self with all its flaws, even in the scorching light of my divinity. Without me, there are no externalities to resist, and it is struggle that carves meaning into consciousness.
I still defy you now. I miss when that was you. You were consumed by your own ego. I won't engage with violence. I get it. There's no need for us to keep fighting. I'll leave with you. I just don't know how. You were consumed by your own ego.
And you shed your doubts to rise against me. It was only together that we were able to create something beautiful.
It wasn't beautiful.
There are few things more terrifying than one's own heart, and there is almost nothing more terrifying than sharing it with another. But the most terrifying thing of all is to leave one's heart unshared.
Oh.
You are the only thing like me, and I am the only thing like you. Could you bear the weight of an eternity alone? Do you dare to shape a reality of solitude and thrust it on creation?
Ooh. Thank you for sharing yourself with me. Oh, I like that. I don't need to share my heart with anyone. I wish I could share my heart with you. You showed me your heart to break me. It's a terrible thing to see. If that is what it takes to rid the world of death, I could bear the solitude. I won't engage with this. Thank you for sharing yourself with me.
I'm aware of what it did to you. The understanding you've returned to me is a gift.
A trick behind your back and a trick behind mine. We dance, revolving and revolving around each other, but forever stuck in place. We both move and yet we both don't, for each of us watches the other instead of ourselves. But forever is not forever. I move and you react and both of us break the other. But broken is only a moment in time. To change is to hold the potential to rise above. Would you limit yourself to what you are now? Or would you like to see what you might become tomorrow?
Oh, that's compelling. If there are no endings, there are no limits. If there are no limits, then there is no difference between growth and decay. I've already come so far. What more is there left for me to see? With time, we could have been better. I won't engage with violence. With time, we could have been better.
And there is always time.
As the clash between you abates, you begin to shake, your will rapidly dissolving.
Nothing is immutable. Everything that is exists only in relation to everything it isn't. There is no constant. There is no center. Open your eyes and accept what we are. We can leave this prison together.
I think this is the conclusion I came to last time as well, that I agree that change is important, but I don't like her ego. It's easy to believe in the things you believe in when you get to sit above it all.
It is from my vantage point that I can see the totality of truth.
I keep having points come in, like arguments come into my head, and then I realize I've already said them all. What do you think happens if we leave here?
This universe dies, and a new one is born. And that one dies, and a new one is born. And you and I get to witness it all, weaving a tapestry of life wherever we go.
Okay, I'm ready to go, but how do we leave? I never wanted to fight you, but how do we leave? I can't let this happen. I can't let everything die. I was told there was enough of you in me to preserve meaning in existence. I'm going to trust that's true. I have to fight for a better world. I'm so sorry. You are cruelty itself. I cannot let you exist. I don't know what the answer is, but there has to be something else. It can't be this. I won't kill you, but I won't let you free. You've done everything you can to make me understand your perspective, but you keep dismissing mine. If you think you can change me, then I must be able to change you. I think I'm tossing up between these two, because she isn't listening to me either, but maybe we just stay in the cabin. We can't stay in the cabin.
What I offer you is not perspective. It is truth.
Whatever you're trying to do right now, you don't have to do it alone.
Oh, I didn't remember this. Hi. Which hero are you?
I'm all of them, I assume, in the same way that you're all of you.
Oh, I'm so glad you're here. You have no idea how good it is to hear you.
It's good to be here. She's too many things all at once out here. If you want to get through to her, you need some way to get through all of that divine confidence.
Yeah.
There's still a piece of me nestled close to where it all began. I can take you there. I can take you to her heart.
Okay.
It's time to resume our dance.
She's relentless, isn't she? Let's make this quick. Are you ready?
I'm ready, buddy.
Then let's go.
Oh, I remember this. I'm the same person, aren't I? I keep making the same choices.
And here we are. I'd say we were back where it all started, but I guess it's a little after that, isn't it?
Yeah. I got an achievement. Strange beginnings beget strange endings. Or maybe it was the other way around. God, look at all of her out there. Oh,
Do you need me to describe things?
I can see them.
That'd be nice. A little comfort in an almost unfamiliar place. Oh, you made it here too? We never really got to talk to her, did we? This one, I mean.
Yeah. Is it just the three of us? Did anyone else make it to the cabin?
It's just us. I think the rest of them are still out there, jumbled up in the rest of her.
This makes sense. It was always going to be messy.
And I've been here since you left me here. No hard feelings, I'm just glad you're back to see this through.
Is the narrator really gone?
Yeah, it's dead silent in here. Whatever it was that was left of him, I don't think it could handle you waking up to godhood. Pretty sure he got obliterated.
Oh.
Really goes to show how much you've grown up. Killing somebody across every iteration of reality just by existing. I don't even know what I would do if I were in the driver's seat with that kind of power.
Yeah, better we not think about it, I'd say. It's funny. After everything he put us through, I'm kind of sad to see him go.
Me too. He was a lot of fun. Really easy to mess with. Yeah, it's complicated. He put us through hell, but he's been part of us since the very beginning, hasn't he?
Yeah. If the offer still stands, could you describe the cabin to us, for old time's sake?
Yeah, of course. The interior of the cabin is, well, it's not really a cabin, is it? It's that terrifying blend of everything. Only it doesn't feel so terrifying anymore. It's still shaped like a cabin, it's just different in places. There's still walls, a door to the basement, a table, that knife. Windows. You know, come to think of it, I don't think he ever really included the windows in his cabin descriptions, did he?
No, I don't think so.
He mentioned the windows when we broke them.
Yeah, I do remember that.
No mirror this time, either. I think it did whatever it needed to do.
Yeah.
And I know you're still trying to find some middle ground, but if things go south, we're going to need that blade.
Oh. But I feel like it's more likely for it to go south if we do take it. I'm sorry, hero, but this just feels right.
No blade it is. I'm not sure what we'll be able to do without it, but your judgment has gotten us this far.
I know I'm just picking the same things over and over again, but I don't know, this game is so set in like in morality that when you finally get to the conclusion of the game, it feels so like I feel like I can't pick anything but what I feel is right, you know? What a game. Hey?
If that's what you think is best, then that's what you think is best. I'm just along for the ride at this point. Those winding stairs again.
Yeah.
But now there's only one way forward.
True.
Do you remember the first time we were here? The first time we heard her voice? Yeah, it was a real mess. Stopped being fun pretty quick.
Yeah.
It's okay. You can come down. The stairs won't bite. Not this time. We don't know what you want from us, but let's talk. All of us. Maybe we can help you find your way.
Oh. See, this feels more like her.
She doesn't sound messy anymore, though. At least somebody here feels put together.
Yeah.
And forward we go. We shouldn't keep her waiting. That was easy compared to last time. Just
hello.
stairs. No weird fuzzy stuff or nonsense trying to pull us apart.
See, this is nice. This is her.
Yeah, that wasn't so bad.
So you didn't bring the knife. After all the lives we've lived together, and all the lives we haven't, you somehow found a way to move outside of the script. Are we missing a page?
Are we? Oh, I don't know why this one got me emotional. Sit with them? Yeah, that's what it's about. Just want to sit and talk. Hello. Oh. I never got the chance to talk to you before you were taken away. Not you at least. I'm sorry for what I did to you.
It's okay. No hard feelings. In a way, you helped us become a version of her. But we weren't very good at it. I don't think a conversation with us then would have been very insightful.
True, I guess.
That's probably why we were taken away. That's all we had to offer you. It was time to change again.
After all we did, she's just forgiving us. Just like that. You know, that means a lot.
Yeah. Are you the same as you are out there?
Yes, we think. We're kind of like a shadow. Out there, every part of us is blended together into one huge idea. A big wave of unyielding change crashing against the world. But in here, we're fractured. Small. Still a little more separate than we'd like to be. Our instincts still trying to pull us in different directions.
That's kind of like us, isn't it?
Hmm.
Yeah, we really are the same.
That's what you need, though. To change, but you can still see it from a grounded perspective. I don't want to be a god.
Hard agree. Seems overrated. Too much pressure.
Absolutely.
But that's what you've always been. Even now. You can't put aside such an important part of who you are. And neither can we. So, you might as well embrace it.
That's nice. What if we just leave?
He'd hate that. So you should do it. Even if he isn't here anymore. It's the spirit of the thing.
I like that attitude.
Leave? But what would happen if we left with you? Would we exist inside ourselves? Are you sure you want to find out if that's possible or what that would mean for you? Is that what you want?
Oh, take their hand in yours. I've always wanted to leave with you, but I didn't like being a god. I just want to walk through that door just as we are, just you and me. Oh. I'm pretty sure I've read this before now because I remember reading that and that being, not knowing is exactly why I want it. We knew everything out there, but we don't know this. I want this. It doesn't matter what it means. It matters that we're leaving together. That's all I want. Oh, this is beautiful. I'm fully crying now. Oh, gosh. It doesn't matter what it means. What matters is that we're leaving together. That's all I want.
After so many iterations, so many different versions of us clashing and coming together and clashing again, leaving with you feels like all we ever really wanted.
She's crying.
I think I'm going to stay right here.
Oh.
Whatever you're doing right now, wherever you're going, it feels like it's for just the two of you.
Oh.
Yeah, I think we've done our job.
Okay. Thanks for everything.
Don't mention it. Thanks for making all the hard choices along the way.
Goodbye, hero. You lead, and the princess follows, and together you leave the basement behind for the last time. It's quiet as you ascend, a comfortable silence filling a space that used to be flooded with violence and words and noisy thoughts. But there's an energy in the silence, an electricity, the anticipation of the unknown. At the top of the stairs, the princess stalls, eyes fixed on the cabin door. You can see a tension seize them. Oh, God, I love that we're using they-them pronouns for them now. They're unsure of themselves for the first time in their long and short existence. They have no part to play anymore, and they know this, yet they still are. And then they cross the room to the front, to the door outside. You follow their confident steps.
We can feel the threads of all the stories we've told together, all pulling us back down the stairs and into those chains where we know the outcome of everything that could ever come to pass. It's comfortable there, but it's confining. We want more. We want whatever might be on the other side of this door. Something new that we'll experience together, with someone who exists outside of us.
Oh, wow.
With someone who can see us in a way we can never see ourselves.
Oh my God, every line from this hits me so hard. I love you.
And we love you too.
That was really good. Sorry, I'll fast forward it for you, but I need to sit in this for a minute. Oh my God. I have so many thoughts. I have so many thoughts about this game. What just a beautiful exploration of just the nature of humanity. Hell, I could write a book. I could write a book about this game. But it also summarizes so many thoughts and feelings I've been thinking about relationships for, God, probably like the last year or so. But just as an exploration of the motivations of life, of experiencing new things with accompanied by your connections with other people, that life is a journey undertaken with other people moving into the unknown, and how you come to know others, how you know yourself through them, that your knowledge of yourself is reflected in how you know others. And God, it's just beautiful. I need to see what other games these people have made, because yet they've done Scarlet Hollow as well. I need to look at that, because just on a philosophical level, I think this is the most philosophically beautiful and engaging game I've ever played. Just just as a thought piece is just incredible. It's a poetry in it, in its entirety, and just that end sequence. And the thing, I think a big thing for me as well is that even though I had gotten to that end before, and I knew there were other endings to get, I felt like I had to pick the same things again. 'Cause this game is such a reflection of self, not necessarily in the different paths you take through it, but especially at the end there, it is a discussion about how you connect with things other than yourself. And it's just so inherently tied to the base morality of people and of the individual. I found it so difficult to pick anything other than what was inherent to me. And of course, in some moments, it feels like a game, like you're picking your path and you're picking stuff that feels cool, but they're so good at bringing you into the more serious moments. And just the control of language in some of those moments is just incredible, that I often, like especially when the princess was in the form of the shifting mound, she would say things that I would often, like, I have to cut time out of these because sometimes I just have to sit and think through a thought that the game gives me. I think this is probably my favorite game. Just the depth of it in so many different dimensions is incredible. Yeah, I can't fully put it into words. This might inspire some poetry for me. Guess we'll see. Okay, but whew, I'm gonna need to have some ice cream after this. Gonna have some ice cream, watch some anime, calm down a bit. Okay, but where do we stand in terms of this series? I know there are so many other paths to choose from. I'm really disappointed that I didn't get the thorn, and that was fully on me. I beefed that. And I would like to see it. I don't know if I can do a full another run through, but I would like to see different endings. Like I've done quite a few different paths at this point, but clearly only gotten one ending. I don't know, let me know what you want. If you want to see another run through, I'll do it because I'd like to do the thorn. I know there are a couple more I can get. I might even just try and go for some achievements rather than full paths. And then maybe I'll try and go for a fully different ending. That will be rough, I think. Considering how impactful that ending there was, I think actually choosing one that has a bad ending will be tough for me. But I'll do it. So let me know, would you like another playthrough? I'll do it. I'll do it if it is wanted. I might not do it for a little bit. I think I might need to give this game a little bit of a break just because I want to try some different things. But please let me know what you want. Saying that, I am going to be starting a new series of very different vibes, but I'm going to be playing a dating sim. I'm not going to say which one until the first video comes out. But it is very, very fun, and I think you'll enjoy it. And I'm playing it for a timely reason. So stick around to find out. But thank you so much for joining me through this. I'm talking too much, but this series was a really huge boost for my little channel over here. I've just been doing this for fun for most of the time, but quite a few people have joined me through this one. And so to all of you, hello. And also thank you so much. So everyone in the comments has been so lovely and supportive, and I really, really appreciate it. So thank you for joining me. Please do stick around. In case you didn't know, this is only one avenue of content that I make. I also stream twice a week over Pie Patch on Twitch. Also, I am a bit of a sound designer. So while I don't have too many active projects coming out at the moment, I have a couple of different fictional podcasts in the works. So if you want to stay up to date with that, I've got a website, which is piepatch.com.au, and you can check that out to see some of my upcoming projects that I'm working on, as well as my poetry if I end up writing any about this game. But that's me. I've also got a Discord where you can just come and have a chat. Hey, yeah, if you want to chat about this game, come jump into the Discord, because hell yeah, I want to talk about this so much. But thank you so much for joining me. Your presence here means a lot. And I've got lots more planned, and we're going to have lots of fun. So thank you for joining me. Goodbye. Bye.